1 second. Here we go. Hey!
I thought you sorted your hair out.
Oh, I'm not trying to. I'm trying to.
Since we introduced driver's pay, we've managed to get everybody else in the company on board. It's probably cut our paying out time down by at least 10, 12 hours. And the biggest thing for us is the lack of mistakes. Where you know yourself, when you do things manually, a lot of mistakes are made. This takes out the mistakes out of paying drivers out, and you can only pay out what they're owed. And I think that's been the biggest plus for us all around.
Also for us, so basic example, I rang Andy up last week and I go, Andy, our accounts team, our account manager's off today, and I was like, I'm in charge of paying the drivers out today. I was like, Andy, if I get stuck, I'm going to ring you back. He goes, mate, you're not going to ring me back at all. So I've sat there, processed the drivers, pressed pay all, and I was like, is that it? I go, Andy, I pressed pay all. I thought, can you check if the payments have gone out? He goes, you've done it. The accounts team manager come back in the next day. I go, you was off yesterday. I've done your job for you. I want to do it from every week. It's a click of a button now. Click of a button.
I mean, I think there's a lot of emphasis placed on time. But for me, it's energy as well. Just like the face-to-face contact with drivers has almost gone out the window. You know, they come in, they're paying the machine, we pay them out. There's just less debate. And, you know, often, like, you know, they'd have a debate with one of the fleet managers and they'd knock off a few quid, and whereas that doesn't happen now. So you kind of savings elsewhere, you know. So we're pretty cool doing that way at the moment. I think it's easy to forget sometimes how bad it was, because now it's become the norm. But when you think back, you know, it was a bloody headache. And you know, it was manpower heavy, it was energy heavy. And now it's really not, you know, it's not a part of the business I even think about now. It just takes care of itself. It gives me time to do, you know, other more important things, really.
We spent 15 years chasing drivers for their rents, and now it's funny because they chase us for their payments.
But I think what's been useful for us is going into areas where we don't normally used to operate because of obviously the headache of collecting rents and stuff. But, you know, we can go into, so we've gone into areas where we're 30, 40 miles from the office, because remember, Uber's come around and changed the model of things, and everything's sort of gone down the percentage model, yeah? So when you say, like, you're not collecting money, Liam, yeah, as such, yeah? But if you went into areas that you wouldn't normally have gone into, because you've got this and it's just a percentage and you want to do a bit of marketing and just get a few jobs going, and whatever gets covered, and you get your rent through Lynkpay. We've gone into Coventry, we've gone into Birmingham, which is 30 miles from where we are. But I mean, if you say that if we take another 10, 15,000 pound in gross and take 17% of that, and it comes in through no headache to us, all we do is send an email out to the driver and the driver pays in. Whereas before we wouldn't have done that because we wouldn't have the option. The driver's got to come all the way to head office to pay his rent, even if he's got to pay it into the machine. You know, but the pay by card, they're happy to set the PDA on. Even a lot of the black cab drivers have tapped up and says, look, you know, you're on the rank anyway. Just do a job for us. We're charging you a commission.
That's what we're doing here.
If it gets covered, it gets covered. If it doesn't, it doesn't.
The office, wasn't
Yeah.
she?
I remember when Noddy rang us, right? And he says, oh, I've got this fantastic system. You can pay everyone out by clicking one button. And then I have to eat them words. I goes, oh my goodness. I goes, wow, it's unbelievable. We worked on it over the course of a weekend, done all the details, done everything. And it came to Tuesday. And Susan was getting ready to get her book out. And that's when I broke the bad news to her. I said, Susan, you don't need your book. You don't need to pay no drivers. We're going to show you how to do it. We put it on. And honestly, it was like Faisal said earlier, you just press the one button. And it was like, Noddy, is that it? Is it done? Yeah, you just wait 2 minutes and every driver will be paid, you know. So it's a fantastic bit of kit, honestly. Really, really good.